I don't even know what kind of camera it is, but it's fuzzy. Like
It looks like
fuzzy.
Bernie Sanders now. Like he's got Bernie Sanders' face.
Yeah, he's
Very close to Bernie Sanders' face, which I guess is fair because Larry David is 79 and Bernie Sanders is like, isn't he almost 90?
You gotta be careful when those guys get
84.
too frail. Like when you end up with like Robert De Niro kicking that guy in the street in The Irishman, and it looks weird. Or like I always say, like I love Landman, but when I see Billy Bob Thornton crawl into his giant jacked up pickup truck like the old man he is, I'm like, oh come on, this guy's not tough. Like, this
Can
guy
I
can
tell
barely
you
get in his car?
the worst cinema experience I've ever had? So the last Indiana Jones, right, that Harrison Ford was in, they had 3 scenes where he was running, and I was like, guys, stop it. Go look at at the Harrison Ford running. It is it's just he's just moving his arms real fast, but you know what I mean, to make it look like he's going.
Yeah.
But his lower
and they
body,
don't have to do that. Like when you have an old man like that, there should never, if they're getting chased, then he's the driver of the car, and his experience is able to be the thing that saves the day. Oh, you know, I actually drove a little NASCAR back in the day, and and you get that out of him, and it's like, oh my god, the old vet, he knows what's up. But then you do what they did, or you do even worse in Star Trek Picard. That's the one where they bring back all the old guys. Like recently, they have one where Patrick Stewart, who's like 80-something, is running away from like some evil guy or something. And he's got the Mr. Burns hands, and he's not running, he's hustling. And it's like he can barely hustle. And it's like, dude, it's Star Trek. Just beam him out of there or something. Don't make Patrick Stewart
I saw
run.
Harrison Ford in Star Wars. This is like the 3rd newest one. You know, the first of the new tri series, whatever, trequel. Anyway, he has to walk on uneven surfaces, but he's like in his 70s or something. It looks unsafe. It looks like they should not put this old man in that scenario where he has to navigate and he's in a gunfight or a blaster fight or something while carefully looking at his footing so he doesn't twist an ankle. It looks terrible.
At least Patrick Stewart's going to be able to sit down in Doomsday.
That's right. That's why it's such a perfect character for him. He said
Ian
McKellen,
Ian McKellen has looked the same. He's one of those guys who's been 80 since he was 50.
They're de-aging him for the new.
He's been 80 since Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
they had to age him for the first one, and they're having to de-age him for the current one. I think that's telling of a great character that it's been around that long.
I hope he doesn't die. 87
ever? What are you talking about?
Yeah, Taylor,
well, I mean, I hope he doesn't die, but I hope he doesn't die before
break it to you. He's absolutely going to.
Don't you say that?
What?
Yeah.
He'll come back though, right?
I think Andy in the office said,
the
like,
White.
I think Andy in the office said something like, "If my grandmother ever dies, I'll kill myself." She's like 80. Like, oh.
Do you? I'm sure all of you have seen The Irishman.
Yeah.
You remember where? De Niro is supposed to be like 32 in this scene. And he's wearing his giant clogs to not look 5'6", and he's supposed to be like beating up a guy who was like maybe creeping on his daughter or like did something to his business. I don't recall, but he just can't maneuver his body that way. And so it's like him de-aged, but he looks ridiculous. And there's a scene where he has to like throw guns into a river to like toss them away, but he can't do like an overhand throw like a young man. He's doing like John McCain arm like tosses.
Taylor, I will say, because it brings up another point for me. The thing that I dislike more than making the old dudes be active is casting somebody who's not an athlete in an athletic role. And if you look at De Niro, I think the movie was Killing Me Softly, or he was playing a catcher. It's the most embarrassing throwing motion, and he's supposed to be a catcher for the fucking Red Sox. It's the most embarrassing. It was like, I can't watch that shit.
I agree 1,000%. Where I usually see it is with women beating up men, right? They'll cast, there are some actresses in Hollywood who are kind of athletic. Like I think Jennifer Lawrence is kind of athletic compared to most of the women. And then there are some who are more like pretty models who've never who spent their life trying not to break a nail, who, if they had to jump off a kitchen chair, couldn't pull it off gracefully. And now they have them beating up 5 guys in their like little modalist trying not to break a nail life that they've lived. I hate it. I see it immediately, and I just can't stand it. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I won't tolerate it.
I won't tolerate it. No,
Well,
I'll
watch a
talk
movie
trash
with it in
about
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking it a step further.
Women shouldn't be
this-
beating up men without superpowers.
Yeah.
You need to be taught. Shane Gillis he was on a podcast recently. He said he was talking about Batgirl. There's a Batgirl TV show or something. He's like, wouldn't it be funny if like her arch enemy was just some regular dude, just some like mechanic or something like that who keeps just, like beating her up, and she's like trying to figure out gadgets. And
Every time they get into a fight, he holds her wrist and says, "Don't hit yourself." Why are you punching yourself? Why? Are you
You knew I didn't need that air filter replacement, and yet, and yet you gave it to me, and I trusted you. Look, lady, I don't got time for this.
hilarious. Come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's
We're
funny.
closing. Yeah. No,
yeah, I hate it. I don't mind I don't mind if it's part of the lore. If they're a superhero of some kind, if they've got powers, or if they've got magic, or they're an elf, or anything like that. Like I got no problem with that.
Depends on the kind of elf.
Elves
Elves don't have superpowers.
There's only one kind of elf.
It's only living. a long
elves
time.
don't have superpowers. I
They
seem
just
to remember
live forever.
Arwen.
What do you mean
Evan
elves
Star?
don't have super-
That
I
was
seem to remember her,
magic.
like-
Not all of them are as adept at magic as Arwen.
Wait, magic's not a superpower?
No, I'm saying all elves. Like if you went to the mechanic elf or the bowstringing elf, he's probably
Name
not.
an elf
summoning-
who
You
doesn't
added
have
all. You
powers.
said
Name-
elves
name-
don't have superpowers earlier.
Name a
should
single
have
elf
said
that
not all
doesn't
of
have
them do.
magical powers.
Or not all of them do, rather.
An elf that doesn't
all
have
seem
magical
to-
powers.
They all
Hmm.
seem to like Legolas literally walks on the snow like he weighs 6 ounces.
I don't believe that Haldir, who, as you'll believe, led the elves into Helm's Deep to assist Theoden in the defense of the fortress, had any sort of magical powers. What do you
I
say to
think
that?
it's-
What do you say to that?
How old was he
will
when he did it?
say-
How old was he when he did it? Was he
Taylor,
1,000?
They've never
pretty
really
old.
highlighted the mechanic elves, so I don't know.
They haven't really.
It's
They
funny you said that. Now that I'm thinking about it, are there elves that just have regular, like the barista elf?
There's
I think
Keebler elves. They just
probably
make
not.
cookies.
They had. I bet they had a pretty aggressive caste system there that Elrond just didn't want to talk about.
yeah.
They're like, I don't know. There's some less pointy-eared elves that were like shining shoes on the way in here, and he's like, "We don't have time for this. The ring must be destroyed. Yeah,
Dude, if you're a round-eared elf, fuck off. You're
get out of here."
No,
Oh.
Yeah.
they don't have time for that shit.